just brilliant. It's not that I feel proud of them, it's that they felt very confident in themselves. Next slide. These are our service offerings: global service desk, web services, digital publishing, mobile apps and games testing. So just picture this. That's all I wanted to do. Marginalized youth and women, 12th standard, maybe some with little college background, very little English. Train them for 4 to 5 months, then do a lot of on-the-job training and a lot of upskilling, and they can do global projects. We run 24/7 service desk for Bloomberg News. We run 24/7 IT service desk for CRS. We do digital publishing projects. We do IEEE journals onto the cloud, zoning, proofing, and then downloadable into mobile. And we've done 50,000 IEEE journals. We do about 50,000 pages a month of articles. So these are our service offerings. Think about us next time you have to do a project in one of these areas. Next slide, these are our core values: customer focus, really seizing on opportunity and operational excellence, willing to take risks with people, and ethics, which I will end with because this is about leadership in an age of transparency. The most important thing in our organization, two things: socially driven and always, always, always ethical. And Ashima asked me a question: what do you do when you're working in rural areas and you have government people who, whatever issues? And we've just decided that we will use the people locally to get over the problems, but we would always be ethical. And this has been an important message as our graduates go to work elsewhere, and it's changing the nature of the community itself. And we are very, 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 what should I say, almost maniacally focused and passionate about that. And you will see respect, one family, customer focus. These are all our culture and values. And every employee, every trainee knows about this. My last slide is one I love. It's a quote from one of our Anudeep graduates. Before joining iMerit, I didn't think I could dream. Before going into that cyclone and doing the service, I didn't know how technology could transform humanity. And now I feel like I can dream about it too. Thank you.
Thank you, Radha. Just want to open it up to the audience for questions.
Let's see. Questions?
Questions, and answer questions. Radha.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, ladies. Was it clear?
Yeah. So I have a question.
No one believes me. Yes.
Yeah, I am Amit. I am Ahmedabad 97. So suppose some woman from another part of West Bengal where you do not have the centers wants to start a center or get involved or to try this out. What is the solution? How can she try out?
So we have done that with several other nonprofits where we've done something called Train the Trainers. We share processes. Think of us as like open source, open source software, but this is open source of the model. And we worked with one organization that worked with trafficked women on the Nepal border. And we actually worked with them to train their trainers, give them the curriculum, help them start it up, even introduce them to some funders. So this is, there is no pride of ownership in this. This is to as many people. You remember our dream is to go to 100,000, but why not 1 million? So we just have her contact us. info@anudeep.org will go to Deepak. For no question about that, and he'll respond.
Another question over here, Radha.
Hi, this is Rajan here. Thank you so much for sharing, doing what you're doing. I'm completely overawed. You seem to have cracked the code. Can you share something about how you have over time managed your work-life balance?
Now you're and CS, you can't say anything. No, you can't. By the way, my Bengali is not very good, but I can understand everything of what he says. I think that in the early years, when our daughter was young, there were three things in life. There was our family, and anything we did, we were just talking about it even last week, anything we did on the weekend, evenings, was with our daughter. So I can't say that Deepak and I had a life that was anything different outside of that. And I think the other thing is that I was very fortunate to be married to somebody who believed even more in my career and professional life than I did myself. And so we've always shared things. I think our most, one of our difficult moments was when he was flying in, I was flying out, and we did transfer of child at the airport and praying that one of our flights wouldn't be late. So there is no, I have to be honest and say there is no miracle to it. I've been asked this question so many times by young women. You have to work at it day by day, manage it, and there are some very difficult moments when you can't attend something, or you have a very, very difficult trade-off. And you sort of just manage your way through it. The thing that's helped a lot is just being passionate about things. And as I said, some of the things I put down, taking risks. And I have to admit that I work crazy hours. So right now I'm in the U.S., our India operations. I'm on the phone every night at least till 1 a.m., maybe even 2 a.m. When I'm in India, I'm talking to customers at night. And we have a little delivery team here, a front-end team, marketing team in the U.S. But family, friends, and just never giving up. I don't know. I'm rambling here, but there is no magic solution. And there is no cracking the code. I feel sometimes even today, my gosh, I haven't cracked so many codes. I would say I would add learning from lots of people. I think every person I see who's doing like managing, balancing well, I kind of find out, oh, what are they doing? And try to incorporate that. And the other thing I would say is, sorry, I'll add one more thing. Have to take it with a pinch of salt. You can't take yourself too seriously, that somehow the whole world depends on you. And so if you're not there, you're not there. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. And sort of enjoying it, and sometimes you fail, and you kind of got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Aruna. I think you mentioned you started this as a for-profit organization. Why did you start it as a non-profit organization? It sounds so much like one.
So Anudeep is non-profit. I'm sorry, I kind of rushed through that. So Anudeep, which was started first, which is all the skilling, is all non-profit. And some of our, the best donors, in fact, that's why I'm sitting here today, started with AIF. We have Dell Foundation, Accenture, Bank of America, Microsoft. These are all donors. But when you have a nonprofit, it's very hard if you don't have a good earned income model, because you can't scale. And that is one of the real lessons and a lot of discussions with Pierre Omidyar and his team as to how do you scale social benefit organizations. And you must have an earned income model. Otherwise, every year you're going out trying to raise more funds, and it's pretty soon either you get stymied or you end up spending all your time raising funds from people. So we started to develop an earned income model. We have a small earned income through course fees. If the course fees that market is charging is 10,000 rupees, we charge 750 rupees or 500 rupees that people can't pay, but it gives people skin in the game. Then when we started to do these IT projects, the revenues from that started to come in as surplus into the training organization. But we couldn't scale it, and there was a lot of business. So the Omidyar Network and Pierce said, we will invest in this. It's still a public benefit corporation, so in the Articles of Association, the social impact and 80% of our employees have to be below poverty level. And so we are at 94%. But it gave us the opportunity. We got an equity investment. It's called Patient Capital, Social Venture Capital. That's the new term. It's called impact investing. And you see many social benefit corporations having an impact investor in them and investing. So we would have to run it as a business, Aruna. Otherwise, we will never be delivering to our customers what we need to deliver. And that, at the end of it, is our first priority, and equal to the priority of social impact is delivering to our customers. So that's why these two organizations are set up that way. Anudeep owns 20% of the equity of iMerit, and as I said, the employees own 30%. By the way, I have to share with you, it's the first time in India below poverty level employees have equity in a company, because before that setup was not there.
Questions?
Chandra, I have a question.
Yeah.
Which is, so this is for folks below the poverty line, right? So as part of an equity owner and as part of being skilled and then working, at some point one would think they become above the poverty line. So then what happens to them?
Absolutely.
Do you ask them to leave them, they're on their own, and then you recycle, or are you just creating now this kind of growing army of people who are no longer below the poverty line, and then how do you maintain your raison d'etre, if you will, of your organization?
Yeah, very good question. So we aren't old enough to have reached that problem yet. I hope we do. We're 2 years old, and iMerit is. And so their families are now getting, they're crossing poverty line, or they will be, and getting there. Some of those young boys and girls, young men and women, are becoming team leads, project leads, and we're training them in that. And if they choose to leave and go to CCS or go to work somewhere, I would be very happy. They will still continue to be part of our alumni, as IIM alumni you are. And we also are starting centers in district areas, and some of them are moving back to their districts. And like in Baripur, that CS knows about, or outside of Ranchi, we're in a place called Booty Mode. We're starting centers, and that's a below poverty level area, and they are working in that area. They may be earning a little bit more than the people there, but you're right, over time, we have to bring in more and more of the BPL people. Maybe we only have 500 people, maybe at 10,000 people, we have to look and see what the ratios are and how it should be. But to me, it's okay if they go off and work somewhere else. I think that is how you create industries.
I find the whole idea
of this virtuous cycle fascinating. Any further questions? Over there.
Just a comment. I'm Panna Srikrishnan. I'm touched, overwhelmed, and delighted to be part of this video chat. It's a new world already, but as I would like to say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And I'm so glad I was part of this, and I have a daughter who graduated from USC recently, and I'm sure I will pass this message on to her because she is a non-profit as well. You are an inspiration, to say the least. Thank you. I would like to have everybody give you a round of applause. You are very personal, but this is even better.
Thank you so much, Radha.
I'm very, very touched by that. I'm very touched and very humbled by what you said. Thank you so very much, and thank you for the opportunity, and I hope I get to meet many of you in the future.
Any day now you'll see on the ground. See you soon.
Thank you for all the help.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Hang on, Radha.
Wait, don't go there.
Radha, don't go away.
Don't go away.
We wanted to give Radha a plaque for our appreciation, and since she was not there, we're going to give it to you, Chandra, and we wanted her to witness it.